UAW investigation. UCLA and Cameron got 3 brutalized. Hunter Biden might go to jail. We will defend him. Gamers are being basic and transphobic. Newest N-word drama. Yeah. I saw that. Saying the N-word again. Doubled down. I'm a natural healer and could probably heal you with just a touch. Reading this comment is fine too. You are now healed. You're welcome. Thank you. Did you see this new unhinged Zionist? Yeah, we'll look at it. Oh, the Zionist telling Jewish people that they're not real Jews. What else is new? I mean, that's like pretty classic shit. Bro, I don't know if this is like placebo effect, but like this fucking cold, this like swapping from cold to fucking warm pad is like actually making me feel better. I'm not even kidding. I'm an anti-healer and I can unheal you with a chut. No, I didn't read it. I didn't read the whole thing. No, that chatter unhealed me. No, quick, witches, hex him, hex his ass. No, Twitch unban Sneeko. Yeah, what the fuck is that? I haven't even like paid attention to that shit. Wait, why'd you guys ban this guy? What the fuck? Is he still banned? I feel like he's unbanned. Lake McGroove banned him, but I'm gonna unban him. No, I don't ban him yet. If we free Palestine, we might get another 9/11. I am sensing that. I respect all gods, but the God which allows you to kill innocents is someone which I don't want to support. Karma for converting me 4 years ago on stream. Anyway, let's continue. All right, we'll get back to that fucking weirdo chatter in a second. I haven't even blasted off yet, god damn it. I banned him and then unbanned him. UAW investigation. UCLA and Cameron got 3 got brutalized. Hunter Biden might go to jail. We will defend him. Gamers are being based again. Transphobic. White people are defending, saying the N-word again. And more. Get in now. Does anyone have a blast off meme? Young Thug lawyer saga. Dude, Apex Twizzy, I'm gonna fucking laser you if you keep this shit. Did you cover the Apple event? No. Apple AI and more. Sure, we'll do Apple AI as well. Do we have a fucking blast off meme or not? Nika Omalana is... Oh, shit. Hold on. Here, that's a good blast off meme. Thank you, Bomb Lefts, for saving the fucking day. All right, boom. We blasted off. Let the people know. Nika Omalana for UK Prime Minister. I'm putting my entire... remember, 15 minutes off, 15-minute off with heat or cold compress. That's what I've been doing. I've been fucking swapping them around. There's a lot to talk about today, folks, and we're going to get to all of it. Let's go. Let's fucking blast off. Let the people know. As probably your only ultra endurance athlete, I humbly offer my coaching services for your next 1K bucket challenge. I'm not doing that. The clip of D getting yelled at by an Israeli made it to the top public freakout, and it's wonderful seeing the wider Reddit community clowning on him in the comments. That's awesome. Neo Hassan talks? What the fuck is this?
No, I don't even know why she would say that.
What is this? What? Me when my friend tells Hassan I stole his underwear and socks while he wasn't looking?
No, I don't even know why she would say that.
What the fuck? I don't even understand what I guess the girl who bought his auctioned used socks, it wasn't me, I swear. Thank you, Themasius, for the fat playlist. Tim Pool's hairline, thank you for the 5 community gifted subs. Okay. What is this? Ladies' pleasure? Hasanabi sensual experience? Oh my God. This has 130,000 likes. Dude, what is happening, dude? The thirst talks are popping off, dude. You can't keep getting away with this. No. Twitchgasm.
She's trapped.
This is 169,000 likes.
She's being held against her will.
I gotta go get ready.
You're the TikTok white boy of the month. Thank you. Are you still coming to Constanta to fight that guy? What? Constanta? Your haters going to fucking malt so much, getting lusted after? New thirst talk? I like that this thirst talk is from Kirby is turned into her turning it into thirst talk for herself. Me and my partner getting a dog. What did you focus on when you raised your dog? Socialize your dog well early on. Okay. And you know, develop good habits early on. But yeah, socialize your dog with people of all backgrounds. I'm not even being funny when I say this. Like, make sure that your dog, if you're white, make sure your dog is not just only around white people, so you don't have a racist dog, because that is a real thing that happens with dogs. Okay. Like socialize your dog with people and socialize your dog with socialize your dog with people, socialize your dog with other dogs. You know what I'm saying? My dog is reverse racist. He grew up in Bed-Stuy. Cats are never racist, fact. Yeah, cats are indiscriminately aggro towards everyone. So I guess they're just like mean to every single person. Oh, fuck. Yeah, we'll talk about the Kai Cenat stuff too. Our boy took, what? One Piece sphere hits different at night. Wait, One Piece has taken over the sphere? Oh, shit. That's fire. That's sick. That is sick as hell, bro. That's what I'm talking about, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Druski's getting canceled. Yeah, I saw that clip. It's so funny. Guys, shut the fuck up. I know it's a Gear 5 spoiler, okay? I know. I'm online. There is no way for me not to see the Gear 5 spoiler, okay? There's like, it's okay. Listen, if you watch Jujutsu Kaisen and you only watch the anime, good luck. You're gonna get spoiled. And the same thing goes for anime watchers of all varieties, okay? Because the reality is, motherfuckers who watch the manga just turn it into their lives mission to literally spoil shit, okay? That's how it is. You were spoiled in person for Gear 5? Yeah, like, I get it. It's okay. You know what I mean? It's fine. It's just a part of the... Like, dudes who read the manga are always going to fuck the bag up for those who don't, okay? It's just how it is. Luffy is irrefutable proof that Anarch is clear. Yeah. You say Gear 5 in Japan, bro? You mean I saw Gear 5, right? Yeah, I did. It's fine. I have been spoiled already. It's all good. Druski getting canceled. You got to watch this clip before because people are asking what you are talking about now. Wait, what? I know he got canceled. Or not. He's not going to actually get canceled, I don't think. But yeah, he said something. It's pretty, it's one of those takes where it's like it was, I don't think it was like intentional and like with hatred. Here, let's just watch. We'll start off with this one.
Oh shit.
He just did that because he did it. Is that rice?
No. Why would the fuck?
That was a straight.
He said, is that rice? Okay. I assume they're doing like the one chip challenge or whatever. And Kai's friend from Taiwan, Ray, immediately dives into the ice cream to save his, you know, what remains of his tongue and his mouth. Right. And he goes, is that rice? To be fair to him, right here, it does kind of look like rice.
Is that rice?
No.
It does kind of look like rice, but that's not the reason why. I mean, that shit does look like rice. Okay. That's not the reason why he's being canceled though. Okay. Hold on. He's eating ice cream like one eats rice. It kind of looks like rice. He just dives into it in the same way that you would like chopstick rice, right? Or like, you know, the classic fucking noodle scoop. And that's fine. Okay. It looks like he's eating it like he's eating ramen, but that's not, it's not rice. It's ice cream. If he just stayed at that, it would have been, if he just stayed at that, that would have been fine. That's not the reason why he's getting canceled. He's not getting canceled anyway. He's just like, he just had a moment.
Is that rice?
No.
Kevin Hart immediately starts laughing when he said, is that rice?
Why would the fuck?
That was a strike. That was uncalled for.
He said, that's a strike. That was uncalled for. It was fuck up.
No,
my bad.
Why the fuck would that be rice?
I shouldn't have said that was racist. See, I assumed it was rice. I didn't. Kevin, Kevin, you don't think I'm racist, do you?
Juicy, why the fuck would that be rice?
It looked like fucking rice.
Yeah,
I thought it was white rice. That's what they fucking eat. I thought it was rice.
Yeah.
That's why that's why people got mad. He goes, that's what they fucking eat. Oh no.
No, not that. No. I'm not saying
he caught himself. Dude, I'm doing a play-by-play on this. I'm sorry. This is like, it's so funny because it's like back to back to back. Okay. He goes, that's what they fucking eat. Catches himself and goes, oh my God.
Juicy, why the fuck would that be rice?
It looked like fucking rice. I thought it was was white rice. That's what they fucking eat. I thought it was rice.
Yeah, we're gonna just
no, not that. No, I'm not saying that.
Dude, it's so funny because it's like, I'm going to do a basketball analogy here, but like, imagine if you're like, what is happening in this situation is like, if you're passing the ball to someone and mid pass, you realize that the person that you're passing the ball to is not on your team. Okay. And you try to grab the ball back, but it's too late. You already pushed it out. Like the words came out of his mouth and he physically tried to pull the words back into his mouth. Like, look at him when he goes, that's what they fucking eat. No. It's so funny.
Kevin, you don't think I'm racist.
Druski, why the fuck would that be rice?
It looked like fucking rice. I thought it was white rice. That's what they fucking eat. I thought it was rice.
Yeah, we're gonna just
no, not that. No.
No, not that. No. That's what they fucking eat. Pause. No, not that.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it looked like fucking rice, did it not? Everybody can say it. That's bullshit. These guys are fucking idiots. It looked like rice, no? Guys, it looked like rice.
Oh, it's so good. It's so funny, bro. Yeah, it's like the Northern Lion. It's like the Northern Lion clip when he just like does the Nazi spray, like when he does the fucking spray, and then he realizes that when he hit the double fucking thunderbolts, he realizes what it looks like and starts trying to fix it, and he's like, no. To be honest, I don't think he should get canceled for this. Well, no, I don't think he's gonna get canceled anyway. I do think it's very funny though, because it's like, it's funny because it's like very, like he didn't mean it in like an obviously racist way. He just like fucking blurted it out and was like, I mean, it's not like I don't think it's like a bad thing. He's had funnier moments than this, that is like infinitely more seemingly malicious. Yeah, this is it. This is the clip. This is the classic clip.
I should have had him. I just like.
And it's you and me against the world.
Okay.
Like one is like kind of right here by orange.
He's just trying to spray over.
One.
He's trying to not look at it. He's running away from his problems.
Right here. Oh wait, did you get? Oh, on you, on top of you.
Brian.
Down, drop down. I'm out of fucking.
Oh, it's so good. I love that clip, man. It's so fucking good. Druski LeBron clip is hilarious too.
It's cool, bro.
Yeah, I think this is like the reason why this was a 700K stream is because like you had like 3 different very funny individuals together with one another, obviously with like massive social presences, and they were working off super organic with one another. I mean, it's hilarious. It's like, dude, come on. It's fucking Druski is already hilarious. One of the funniest fucking dudes online. Kevin Hart is like, he's not my favorite comedian by any metric, but like it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? He's still going to be infinitely funnier than the average content creator, and he works really well with everybody in the room. And Kai is pretty funny too. So it's just like, it literally is like an impromptu buddy comedy special almost for like 6 hours.
You right.
Hold on. This is Brian, yo.
Who?
Brian.
And LeBron James.
Where the fuck you at? Oh shit.
Right now, I'm on live.
That's LeBron James.
That's Bron.
I'm on live right now with.
Hey, Bron, what up, nigga?
LeBron.
Oh my God. Even if Kevin Hart's stand-up isn't someone's fave, he absolutely undeniably is a funny person. I agree. Like, I've never been like a super big Kevin Hart fan at all, but I mean, he's hilarious.
Bro, when you start saying when Bron starts saying nigga.
That was also a unique moment because I don't think I've ever heard LeBron James say the N-word before.
Bron, what up, nigga? Bron!
Listen,
Bro, when you start saying when Bron starts saying nigga.
Druski's response. Because when did LeBron start saying the N-word?
Bron starts saying nigga.
I'm on live. I'm on a live stream. Yeah. So right now,
show 'em to
the world,
everybody.
Right now, the world knows.
Also, the world heard what I just said.
Well, they just heard you say.
Well, they don't know that you say nigga like that.
They didn't know
much.
you said nigga.
Yeah, they don't.
Nah, they none of the world heard you say nigga.
Just show them.
Nah, I would never do that.
Okay.
You said it though.
I said it, but the world doesn't know that you said it when you started.
No, he definitely said it, y'all.
Nobody would ever do that.
Hey, Bron said nigga, y'all. Hey, LeBron, stay showing. Hey, bro. Hey, I didn't know you said nigga like that. I thought you just be hooping. LeBron James. LeBron, bro.
That's the king, bro. He says whatever he wants to say. Everybody calm down. Why does it matter if he says it? Well, bro, he has literally been a fucking generational talent since he was 17 years old. And as a consequence of that, he is incredibly marketable and probably made a deliberate decision. I've never heard him say it. Like, so he probably made a very deliberate decision not to ever say it in public with, like, I guess some exceptions.
That's cool. Hey, show Bron. Show Bron, bro. Hey, show Bron, bro. Show him. Hey, Bron be saying nigga, y'all. Hey, Bron be saying nigga, bro.
You know how many people they got on this live stream?
Show him. 700,000 people. Bron. Show him saying nigga. Show him.
Bron's crazy as fuck.
Hey, Bron real nigga. Bron a real nigga.
To the world. Just say hey to the world. Say hey.
Say nigga. Say nigga, Bron. Bron, say it again. Say nigga again,
What time you play?
Say nigga again. I just wanted to say it again.
I'm glazing.
Hey,
Game 3.
it's good, bro.
Game 3 is Wednesday. What time you
Who would have knew?
I'm playing. Be quiet. I'm asking him what time he playing. The finals. Let me ask him what time he going. What time you playing?
When you play?
They haven't sent me the schedule yet. I'm gonna let you
Okay.
know.
Well, I gotta come. You know I'm gonna come
playing?
fuck with you. It's
He's
the finals,
playing?
baby. I got to see you get down.
Bron's playing?
He LeBron James. Of course he's in the finals.
I thought it.
Of course, I'm
Yes.
game 8. Game
I don't
8
think-
on
Can I get
Wednesday.
tickets?
I'm gonna let you know when the schedule.
Hey, where the fuck you
I
at?
don't think he's.
You know where I'm at.
Yeah, hang up now. Yeah, hang up.
Hey, I love it when me and my niggas be talking on the fucking phone.
Y'all boys, I'm out.
Hey, man, love you, boy.
Lakers is
I have edited LeBron footage for NBA documentaries before. LeBron rarely says it, and when he does, we cut it out per the NBA requesting us to do so. Yeah. Been a bronsexual my whole life. Heard him say it 100 times in my life on God. I think he said it once in a movie, right?
We get it. You know LeBron, bro. Don't do us like that, dog.
Nah, that was LeBron.
Space Jam 2.
Fuck
Crazy. That's
Yo.
crazy, though.
He called me to say hey.
That was LeBron James. Like,
I be saying nigga, though.
LeBron James.
He didn't say nigga.
LeBron James.
I said nigga.
He said it in his barbershop pod. Like, listen, the whole point is he's very PG deliberately. He's very PG, and that's why it's like, I guess, a quote unquote big deal. Okay, as a Chicagoan, it's hard for me to admit that you're right about LeBron. Jordan can't match LeBron's top of the house ad breakaways. See, that's kind of fucked up because, like, it's a weak moment for me. I'm watching LeBron James. I'm just, vibing with the chat. There's a fun back and forth between me and the chat. We're just having fun, right? And like I'm injured. I'm I'm healing off of a wrist injury. And you just come in here and like exploit my weak moment. You know what I mean? Like that's not all right. You know what I mean? I feel like that's kind of uncalled for. That's kind of fucked up. Never fight uphill, me boys. Yeah, you just said, like, you just exploited one of my biggest weaknesses, which is like Hassan was right, and then also tie it to a LeBron James statement. I'm gonna take that L and move on. But if you guys don't want to catch a L at the top of the hour, all you need to do is subscribe for $5 or for free. Off topic, but you were so fucking hot. That's not off topic. That's always on topic. It got to the point that Druski blew a firework in the porta potty. Yeah, Kevin Hart brought in a porta potty to the Kai Cenat household. Anyway, here's a 3-minute ad break now. Blow up the top of the hour ad break by subscribing for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime, like I said. What is this? Here's the 3-minute ad break now. All right, let's get back to it. Is this another thirst talk? We got to dial it back a little bit. We're watching.
Out with Bradley Martin, who is 6'2", 260 pounds, 35. 135 pounds, 21.
Bro, 0 likes
started
on your
playing
comment.
the payphone clip, which he must have seen
fucking
recently
fell
because it's been
off,
massive and it's
dude.
been blowing
Look
in.
at that, 0 likes. Look at you, fell off, dude. Nobody knows you. Shit, you're not on gay talk anymore. Look at you, washed up. They're like, is that political?
You know he put some oomph in that because he's mad that gay talk has been fucking thirsting after me. They drowned Kev OLN stream. What? Yeah, this is I gotta stop having gays on the stream. That's my
guy.
I'm about to smack you harder than fucking Stable Ronaldo got smacked if you keep talking shit like this.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
Do 1 week of content on your TikTok without me featured prominently.
Bro, we're on the same fucking podcast.
I'm just saying. He got mad. Okay?
We're on the same podcast.
Mr. fell off.
What am I supposed to do?
Mr. fell off. Reload the page.
Yo,
Why?
guys, I just got finished.
Somebody asked if I would help Hassan if he got slapped like that.
I have 2 likes.
Look at the response.
Ain't you Austin's friend? Yeah, dude. I know. We're really hitting numbers on TikTok. Thanks, guys.
Hassan, you know you fuck with me all the time. You can't take this one time. I can't fuck with you just a little bit.
No, of course you can.
Come on, I'm just poking fun. I'm just being silly.
No, I know.
I'm gonna clip that shit, put it on my TikTok. All right?
Okay.
It's not gonna. Everybody knows it's not true. Okay.
No, it's fine.
Come on.
The funniest part is right after that clip ends, I say one of my haters is gonna clip this and post it, and they literally did. The next step is to break out the guns on Fear and so you can out thirst Austin on his podcast clips. He unfortunately has you on blast with the Fear and biceps. It's all good. Yeah. It's fine. It's just that people take it seriously on the drama subreddits is dumb. Yeah, because dude, anyway, weaponize autism in action. No, I don't want to watch that right now. Okay, listen. Let's watch this and then we're gonna move on to some serious news. Okay, hold on.
People shit is flagrant.
I'm about to tip that shit over.
No, like, with flat people fucking, well, then you can't because it's gonna fucking spill over before. I thought about it already. You can't come out here like nothing just happened.
Shit, it's flushing, bro. It's flushing. It's good. Hey, it's flushing. It's good, dog.
What the fuck did you just do?
It's good,
Dude,
bro.
there's fire coming out my fucking.
What the fuck
It's
did you
good.
do?
It's good, bro.
What the fuck did you
Dude,
do?
are you fucking dumb?
It's good, bro.
What did you
Nigga,
do,
I just
bro?
flushed the toilet. Hey, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good, bro. Hey, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good, bro. What the fuck? It's good. It's good, man. Hey, chill, y'all. I just flushed it, bro. I told you my stomach fucked up, nigga.
We'll say this.
It's just they're just fucking around, dude. They're just having fun. Kevin Hart got caught lacking and slept off, so they drowned him with water.
Wake up, Kevin! Wake up, Kevin! Wake up! I'm ready for the rest of the tour! Oh, shit. I said your house.
I feel old for him. Pretty sure that's torture. Kevin got revenge on Kai after that. It's crazy to just like sleep on camera. I personally think it's wild.
Oh, shit. Hey, don't sleep. You sleep for 5 seconds, you're done. You sleep for 10 seconds, you're done. You sleep for 3 seconds, you're done. Bro, you sleep for 4 seconds, you're done.
That's the most insane thing I've ever seen. Who the fuck? There's no way he was actually sleeping, right? There's no way. Nobody fucking jumps up like that after getting...
Oh, shit. Hey, don't sleep. You sleep for 5 seconds, you're done. You sleep for 10 seconds, you're done. You sleep for 3 seconds, you're done. Bro, you sleep for 4 seconds, you're done. You sleep for 1 second, you're done.
Instant replay it. Guys, we got an instant replay.
That's a top tier WWE sell. Yeah, he sold it. He sold it. He sold it. You have to go along with it. You know what I mean? It's the meta, but their physical comedy is unmatched. Nah, Kevin Hart cooked Rich Paul.
Man, cop face ass up out of here. I'm so sick of you. Your fucking horrible cop face. Get your goddamn pullover face ass up out of here. Get your Rich Paul got the face. Rich Paul got the face of a nigga that keep going. You know why I stopped you, don't you? Rich Paul got it. You know why I stopped you, don't you? Look at his face. You know why I stopped you. You know, fuck you, Rich. Fuck you, Rich. You're a bad cop.
Is it weird for Kevin to be doing this, or is it mutually beneficial? Absolutely zero disrespect to Kai. Just shocked to see him doing multiple visits. No, it's beneficial. No, I think Kevin Hart, first of all, labels recognize the importance of someone like Kai Cenat in connecting with a massive fucking audience, because you're not just on stream with like hundreds of thousands of people. You literally end up having like unimaginable amounts of extra fucking content on TikTok. My entire For You page is flooded with these clips. Each of them have like 100K, 200K, 300K fucking likes. This is a phenomenal way to reach out to a younger audience, okay? Like, dude, I had normie friends reach out to me to be like, bro, this is crazy. Look at what the fuck's going on. So this is the perfect demonstration of a mutually beneficial relationship. Okay? You watching it is like 100K eyeballs or more if you include industrial complexes. Yeah. Like, think about it this way. Like, we're watching it. Other people are going to be watching it. Like, there are so many people that are going to be watching this. So ultimately, this is huge for every party involved. It's good for the streaming space in general as well. I'm happy for it overall. Like, I hope that other content creators, also other celebrities, also see this as like a turning point for this style of content. I mean, dude, 700,000 viewers means like it's usually 10x. 700,000, it has 20.6 million views on the VOD, but like here's how that works, okay? 700K concurrent viewers at any given moment, the way that like Nielsen metrics works, can range anywhere from 5x to 10x on television ratings. So it could be literally 7 million people technically watching on a TV rating. On a TV rating scale, 700,000 concurrent live viewers means 7 million people watched it. That is literally not just TV viewership. That is primetime TV viewership. Okay? Like, that is incredible numbers for television. That's like a top TV show. Okay? So maybe TV, but streams definitely anywhere close to 10x. No, I'm saying the way that Nielsen television ratings work, and there is no perfect way to calculate what live concurrent viewership on Twitch looks like on a real-time TV broadcast. The way that Nielsen TV ratings work, however, is that the way they calculate is a little bit outdated, but the way they calculate it is by basically looking at like who's tuning in and out, right, over the course of an hour. And over the course of an hour, who's tuning in and out, or over the 30-minute block, who's tuning in and out at any given moment, for an hour of 700K live concurrent viewership is probably going to be anywhere ranging from 5x to 10x, as in almost 7 million viewers on TV metrics. This is not a new late night TV show. This is so much bigger than a late night TV show is what I'm trying to explain. Like, the numbers that he pulled here is much larger than the average television broadcast. Okay, this is a top 5 TV broadcast at that point. That is before you begin to factor in all of the additional watchers, the VOD, the clippers, TikToks, people reacting to it like myself. It's just not even a question. This is massively beneficial. Now, Kai on his own can't reach those numbers, obviously, right? But neither would Kevin Hart. Especially with like this level of low bandwidth just appearing somewhere, which is why I say this is perfectly mutually beneficial. Kai did 50K subs on the stream. He got 50K new subs. That's insane. He just on this one stream got more subs than I have overall. The previous king congratulates Kai.
I've been live for 8 minutes. I've had hundreds of people tell me my record's been broken. Right, guys? As of October 2023, first off, again,
this is old,
congratulations to Kai for beating my record. My record was like, what, 640? Something like that. As of October 2023, Twitch streamer Ibai Llanos, also known as Ibai, holds the record for most concurrent viewers on a Twitch stream with 3.44 million. He reached this record in September 2023 while live streaming his La Velada del Año 3 event, breaking his own record. Almost there, guys. We both just have to get 3.5 million viewers. No record got broken last night, except for mine. And that's awesome, dude. I played fucking Fortnite in 2024.
Anyway, this was Ninja's take about last night's Kai stream. Okay, stop. Yeah, no, it's good, man. This is really good. The reason why this is really good is because, look, ABC's exclusive broadcast on the Boston Celtics victory over the Dallas Mavericks on Sunday, June 9th was the most watched NBA Finals Game 2 in 5 years, according to the Fast Nationals from Nielsen. Game 2 averaged 12 million viewers and peaked with 14 million viewers at 10 p.m. Eastern to make it the best since 2019. So more than half of the most viewed NBA Finals since 2019. Think about how massive that is. Think about how fucking massive that is. Clearly anecdotal, but Kevin Hart's Instagram stats have seemingly been boosted because of the stream. Yeah, I mean, that's just like one aspect of it. I'm telling you, dude, it's like an incredibly beneficial, mutually beneficial thing. Obviously, as a content creator myself on this platform, you know, I hope that other content creators in my space also pay attention to this. Like, you know, other celebrities that are interested in some way, shape, or form in like addressing, I don't know, political issues or whatever will want to come on here or even shoot the shit, even if it's not political. So, you know, we'll see. When are you going to have someone big on stream? I mean, think about it this way. The last time I had someone big on stream was AOC, and we've spent the entire morning people yelling at me in my community because like AOC did a fucking anti-Semitism live stream. So I don't think we'll be having anyone big on stream anytime soon, because the unfortunate reality is that we are a very off-putting community, and we have there's a very off-putting sense of like purity in this space. So, you know, like, can you imagine any celebrity? Oh my God, every celebrity, just like every normal human, has had like a moment in public where they've like committed a microaggression, which is one of the worst sins that you can ever fucking commit in the eyes of a lot of the Twitch watchers, especially in this community. And no matter how much I try to beat the normie into your brains, you can't help yourself. So you will always be hypercritical of anyone that comes in here. Last time I had like fucking Dave One on, people were shitting on Dave One while he was here, and he's like literally, he's a college professor, super woke, anti-Zionist for many years publicly. And people were still like saying, you're not sufficiently anti-Zionist. You're not sufficiently critical of Israel. It's like, come on, bro. Why are you platforming this guy? Because I did talk to the New York Times about this earlier today, actually. The unfortunate reality of the matter is a lot of people on the left think that like being really fucking annoying and being hypercritical about every single thing is like the best possible way to show your leftist bona fides. So just how it is. People don't have a way of analyzing it in a broader way. That's how it is. But that's not the only reason. There's always you know, there's just people are also scared of politics in general. So some people will justify not liking someone based off of vibes and attack on some microaggression they've committed as treason. Hasanabi, like, have fun. Yeah. Kevin Hart does this on stream and it's over.
Yeah. I was like, oh my. What the fuck? Kevin? Who is it? Who is it? I don't know.
Wait, didn't he actually say something? Like, I'm confused. Was that actually Mandarin, or was he just like yelling? No, I think he just said something. No, he did. He said something in Mandarin.
Somebody.
No shot. He was memeing. That was nonsense noises. That wasn't Mandarin, Lamau.
Hold on.
Oh man.
It's him. It's my brother Ray.
Yeah.
This is him. Nice to meet you, bro. I heard a lot about you, man. What do you think of Kevin?
I saw you told her.
I want to stay.
Wait.
Ray is Thai though? No, he's not. He's Taiwanese, not from Thailand.
What that mean? What that mean?
Peace and blessings. What do you mean?
Why don't you do
Thai.
other people like?
Thai.
Come on. What? Wait, the song? No. I didn't sing the song. No. Don't say that because I'm a no. It was never me. No, I didn't sing the song. It was never me. That's ridiculous. It was never me. That's ridiculous. I'm telling you. I'm saying it's a pleasure to meet you, man. Me too, bro. Heard a lot about you, dude. And he loves you to death. So it's dope as hell to have you here on the stream. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Appreciate it, bro. Hold on, man. Hey, why is he still sitting?
No, he.
Why is there a random white guy there? Later in the stream, they talk about Ray, about China and Taiwan politics, and why Ray has to serve in the military. Wait, really? I want to see that. Roll Tide Willie. I heard someone say Hassan is too broy IRL, and I was confused. Is that something wrong? Is there a certain right way of behaving? Because then we devolve into a hegemonic way of behaving and raise them real quick. People need to loosen up. No, that is, I know that like my attitude and the way that I operate and the way that I present myself is definitely is definitely way too broy for some. And you know, it's off-putting to a lot of like liberals, rad libs, people who are, it's pretentious. It's just me, man. Like, what do you mean it's pretentious? It's just who I am. And no, I'm not gonna fucking like present myself different than I actually am. The fuck do you mean it's pretentious? It'd be pretentious if I wasn't fucking broy and I was just like constantly trying to fucking portray myself for 8 goddamn hours in a way that I actually am not. I think you're pretentious if you think that that is pretentious. I'll be honest. But yeah, there's a ton of soft left spaces. If you didn't exist, I literally wouldn't have a home on the left. Yeah. Like, I'm just a normal fucking person. And one of my qualities that I think is the best quality potentially that I have is that like I try to present myself as who I am, unvarnished. You know what I mean? It is what it is. If people have an issue with that, then they have an issue with that. If they can't watch, they can't watch. It is what it is. But I do think that personally, in my opinion, it is. I think Chatter meant the opposite. Maybe he meant like, yeah, people saying that are being pretentious, and we misunderstood. But you know, I am as normie as one can be. Although I spend 8 hours malding at the television. You know what I mean? Honestly, this community makes me question about caring about politics at all. It feels like self-harm seeing how people who supposedly share my beliefs lose their mind at any level of perceived failure. No, but it is good for me to like put a microscope on that kind of behavior every now and then. Okay. Why? Well, because it's important for me to like explain to people in this community. No, the chatter said, honestly, you're pretty off-putting and pretentious to the general public. Okay. In any case, my point is, you're wrong if that's what you think, but I like to mention this stuff. I like to sometimes talk about this sort of thing because I want people to also present themselves a certain way in public and not lean into the meme of like how leftists are, right? Because a lot of people do have like a negative reaction to someone being like progressive minded. You know, the social justice warrior meta has like never really gone away. And I hate when people personally also lean into that and will act like you're a bad person for, you know, enjoying certain kinds of content or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just like human beings ultimately are going to be imperfect. We're all imperfect vessels. We're all going to have some hangups. We're all going to have some biases born out of our privilege, born out of our social conditioning, and being empathetic and kind to every single person as to the best of your ability, I think is the best possible thing you can do. You do use awkward, overcomplicated phrasing all the time, I guess. Can you genuinely be the person who goes to a doctor and have their wrist checked out? No. I have no idea how to seem normal in chat, but IRL, you have done a lot to promote my normalcy. Please read this. Has one been so long? See what I mean? How do not sound like an insane simp when you're directly writing to someone you admire? How can we work on developing your community's aura? Yeah, that is the reason why I try to do this, so that we can fix the aura in here. Being normal is overrated. No, it's not. Get off the internet. Being normal is overrated. I don't think being normal is overrated at all, especially when you're presenting yourself as a member of this community, when you're presenting yourself as like a progressive person in broad daylight in public. I think it's really, really good because most people care about the immediate back and forth that they have with you. They don't care about your fucking politics. That's why I often will say, like, the greatest cure for transphobia is literally just like working alongside a chill trans person. And I know that there are trans chatters in here who will literally tell you from their own personal anecdotes, from their own personal experience, like they just work at a workplace and then slowly but surely a lot of people that would otherwise be reactionary are just like, yeah, you know, I was wrong about my opinions on trans people, because like the only trans person that I saw is like how it was reflected online. And it's the same for every kind of bigotry. Just being chill and normal and being yourself in broad daylight and not being like a cackling hyena online with the rest of the fucking, you know, online lynch mob will legitimately, and goes for every marginalized community, will cause people in one-to-one interactions to view the entirety of your background, the entirety of your of the people that you represent, in an entirely different light. You know, it's a big part of what I do. Obviously, it's hard to do that with a largely neurodivergent audience in this format. You know, you probably don't do a lot of the stuff that you do in here in broad daylight in public. But if this is the only way that people see us from outside of the community, then yeah, it's going to be a little off-putting. So I do try to tell people to be normal. Wait, what is this?
I go to the military.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
He has to. They force him
To do what?
He has to go against China.
Yeah.
I know, but what's he gonna do in the military?
So how you shoot him? How you put your gun up? Go.
From night here. Grenade. Watch out. Whatever enemy.
Oh, you're gonna
Dodge
die.
for booty.
What?
Shoot again.
No, he's not gonna fucking die.
No, I won't.
That's a real take on that.
Yeah.
He probably will.
He's not gonna last long.
Let's be real.
I'm gonna help him.
Prepared?
I don't know. I guess I just feel like openly malicious people need to be checked regardless of how it makes us look. I also think we can do that without canceling everybody for every little thing. I don't know. It's complicated. Yeah, but you have to understand there is like a boundary. Like here, I'll give you a good example. Okay. Nick Mercs from a year ago versus like Nick Mercs now. I think Nick Mercs from a year ago is on the precipice of like becoming a person who is going to be in the throes of right-wing radicalization. Nick Mercs today, very different. Okay, here. This is a good way to start off this conversation.
Nick, the transphobe struggling against the trans game. There's no such thing as trans people. That's something that you created. So have fun with your little dreamland, but that shit's not even real. Let me break it down for you, right? Penis, dude. Vagina, girl, done. Come in here with that fucking trans.
Like, he's just like, he's not like, he's still not at the same level as like a Ben Shapiro or a Matt Walsh type, but he is someone who definitely has gotten brain broken from the Matt Walsh types. You know what I mean? This isn't on our community. This is on Nick Mercs. I hope you're not blaming the left or this community for his bullshit. No, dude, what the fuck? Be fucking normal, okay? Be fucking normal to me. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying there's a difference between like the output that a person has and a different level of reacting to the fucking person and their output. It has nothing to do with what we did. I want to be wrong, and that's not what you're saying. Yeah, you are wrong, but you don't have to fucking immediately go gung-ho. Like, that's my point. When you're about to type something in the chat as a 20-month subscriber, take a deep breath and be like, well, I've been a supporter of Hasan for years and years. I'm sure he's not saying that we are so off-putting that we made Nick Mercs into a more transphobic person than he actually was. Okay? No. I'm saying that you have to match the like smoke that you have to who's saying it, why they're saying it, how they're saying it. Have they been manipulated and misguided? Non-shower guys having this exact same combo right now, but from a centrist POV. How about be considerate? I know you're coming from a good place, but be normal is the bullying shit I've heard my whole life because of being a queer autistic person. Sure, be considerate and empathetic. But I think be normal is a good way to say it because that's what normies would think. That's what most people respond positively to. Also, we're doing it again. Like, not every issue is ultimately about your own lived experiences. I'm not like speaking to your own lived experiences. Okay. All right. We're done with the be normal conversation. It's not gonna work. We're not gonna be normal. Okay. I will try. Not being normal won't make people transphobic, but being normal makes people stop being transphobic. Yes. Yeah. The thing is, not every single person that has, like, let's say transphobic opinions or homophobic opinions, anti-black opinions, like, not every single person has those opinions out of a position where they're well-read and have invested themselves into being hateful people. Sometimes it's just a byproduct of their social conditioning. In almost every single circumstance, a byproduct of their social conditioning and how much they lean into that. He's a dumbass Oakland County Republican who has never had to navigate any of these issues in a real life conversation. Anyone telling any person like him what to think, they will push back on it twice as hard. It's a pride thing, even more than a hate thing with so many, and above all, an ignorance thing. Yes. So you just have to be as, like, welcoming as possible to people who are inconsiderate and even outright bigoted to the best of your ability, right? This doesn't mean that you should be welcoming to bigoted opinions in your group of friends or whatever, but navigating these spaces has to come from a foundation, okay? It has to come from a solid foundation. The foundation being that you understand why people have these opinions. It is born out of the material conditions and the social conditioning that comes out of those material conditions. Leftists love to talk about how we live in a transphobic, white supremacist, queer-phobic, patriarchal society, right? But then they just, like, magically assume that people are not going to have those opinions reflected, those opinions that are basically baked into all of our institutions. Like, of course people are gonna fucking think that. Why else would they think anything different? That's why my position always is, like, and I try to explain this to leftists all the time. My position always is, like, as someone who has been a out and proud, loud leftist very publicly for a decade now, I am used to taking L's. Taking W's is not necessarily something that I'm very, something that I'm very familiar with, because I understand the actual situation. A lot of people are like this because society is like this. And if you understand the systems are like this, then you understand the social conditioning that comes along with that. It's a never-ending cycle of reinforcement. So it takes a lot for people to break through that and unlearn some of these things. And I think a lot of people have the same level of smoke I have. I think a lot of people have the same level of and same intensity of smoke I have for someone like Ben Shapiro or a Charlie Kirk or a Tim Pool, for, like, regular people who might be listening to those people and then, like, having their fucking circuits fried as a consequence of that. You know what I mean? You have to be patient with people, even people who are directly saying things that others have said that want to wipe you out, because not every single person has that same intensity. They might just be misguided. Ultimately, a lot of the shit in the space that I'm in, especially, is built around vibes and being popular and being cool. That's just the reality. Most people are not going to be with your cause because they are also, red book carrying Maoists, okay? They're just gonna be like, oh, that's a chill guy. I like him. I've seen him do nice things to other people. He's not a bad person. I've met him. I've seen his content. Those optics are very important. And you know who understands that? My haters. That's why they work tirelessly and endlessly to fucking make my optics look awful on a regular basis.
To fight for your life or no?
Hell no.
Yeah, he's gonna die.
But you have to go.
Yeah, I have to go. Like,
for how long? How much time do you have to serve?
1 year.
1 year.
So all you gotta do is make it 1 year.
Yeah.
You got that shit. You got that.
You know what you need to do? Sign up as a cook. I know a lot of niggas that went and did cook in the army.
No, he gotta be in, like, the field.
That's like the easy way out.
You gotta be in the field.
Yeah,
right?
like, I have to, because I'm like not too skinny, and I'm like, my weight is like.
They're skinnier than you.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I guess the thing is, we should also state these behaviors aren't normal. In the same breath, we're doing housekeeping in the community. Yeah. I'll be honest, I didn't like you at first because of your association with D. Even people who hate him see you too as the same thing, and his community does that on purpose. Yeah, I'm very far from that. But if you spend a little bit of time in here, you'll recognize that. I think that's the whole point. Okay. Sis said liberals in this chat saying, don't limit your friend community's peak privilege. Fuck you guys. You're right. You definitely didn't misunderstand the point that I was making, and you're so perfect. You're totally right. This is literally like when I was talking about fucking you know, go outside and do something like physical, and then people were like, I will never go outside. You want me to die? Or you can improve yourself, and people were like, no, I will not improve myself. Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. How dare you say that? Here, let's watch this thing. Damn, that last shot looked good. What? Hey, Hassan, just wondering if you could ever consider talking about Ilhan Omar on stream. She was the first representative to openly speak out against Palestine, even to the point where here in rural Minnesota, she's constantly called anti-Semitic. Who's this Ilhan Omar person? I'll bite. Oh my God, Israel, not Palestine. How are you a 14-month subscriber and you've never even on accident heard me talk and glaze up Ilhan Omar? What is this? Fucking idiot. The callousness, dehumanization, and targeting of Jews on display at last night's protest outside the Nova Festival exhibit are atrocious anti-Semitism. Plain and simple, anti-Semitism has no place in our city nor any broader movement that centers human dignity and liberation. What happened? Why is this the new meta? What's going on? Hey man, I'm thinking maybe if you want to talk about this any further, it might help to cover the limits on both ends. It's just a suggestion, since I think it would help regulate how to act in certain circumstances on both extremes. I don't know what you're talking about. What happened at this Nova Festival? Hundreds of anti-Israel protesters demonstrated outside of a Manhattan exhibition commemorating the young Israelis who were massacred on October 7th at the Nova Music Festival, chanting, "The Zionists are not Jews and not human." One, Talia Org says, the protest stated clearly they opposed the exhibit using the massacre as a prop to generate support for Israel genocide. Two, the slogan appeared on a sign held by a group of anti-Zionist Orthodox Jews called the Neturei Karta. Three, no one chanted that. It doesn't even rhyme. What the fuck? Oh, there you go. Very quick way to address that. Instead of eating the bait like AOC did and immediately fucking jumping the gun and being like, wow, saying that this is tacitly the protest outside of the Nova Festival exhibit is atrocious anti-Semitism is directly, tacitly claiming that like any kind of anti-Israel protest, especially this one, is most likely not anti-Zionist, but is actually anti-Semitic. Luckily, Talia Jane was on the ground. Our goat. Be mad about the real things, not shit you make up. In keeping with the advice of be mad about real things and not shit you make up. I wasn't there and they weren't celebrating the murders. Get a grip, Jesus Christ. Fuck you for celebrating outside of an exhibition, memorizing the murder and rape of young people in a music festival. Kill yourself, Nazi cunt. Nice. I think AOC is still, in many cases, very green when it comes to this sort of stuff. Okay? And the unfortunate consequence of that is that she ends up eating the bait and positioning herself against certain protesters and running along with the narrative that this is actually anti-Semitic. AOC is the new Fetterman? No, dude. What the fuck are you guys talking about? This is what I mean, though. Like, manage your criticisms normally. Yeah, dude. A person who fucking called one of the very select few congresspersons that has called Israel's actions genocidal. This is what people were talking about with the live stream. AOC brought on Zionists to say anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism, and AOC provided no pushback. Like, the notion that AOC is in line with fucking John Fetterman is insane. Why are you so biased? Because I understand the overarching outlook that most normal people have, okay? And I can look at the entire presentation that a person puts out there and not simply a snapshot, which is the charitability that I would want from the broader left for anyone that is ostensibly close, even if not entirely on your side. Okay? You guys are fucking crazy for the most part. Does she not warrant any criticism? Does she not warrant criticism? However, I just criticized her literally for this tweet, saying that she ate the bait and declared that an anti-Zionist protest was actually anti-Semitic. Okay? That is criticism. I'm saying she's wrong. I'm saying that this is bad. Oh, politicians are never going to be perfect allies. Okay? If you think that someone who was elected into the Democratic Party is going to be a Jason Unruhe style Maoist, you are the most delusional person on the planet. Okay? You are wrong. But this is what I mean. We are currently staring at Jamal Bowman on June 25th. I think it's on June 25th in New York, in the New York primaries. Jamal Bowman is up against a right-wing reactionary Democrat. This race has the most funding from outside groups. AIPAC, Democratic Majority for Israel, and many other cutouts of AIPAC, which are all ultimately right-wing super PACs, are dumping millions, multiple millions of dollars into this fucking race. If you care about politicians, if you want to fucking talk about politicians, then you have to pay attention to things that actually matter. Okay? A lot of you jump the gun and only pick and choose when you care about electoralism. It is very frustrating. Understand that no Democratic Party politician, especially now, especially in the confines of where we exist, is going to have your personal opinions represented perfectly. Okay? Because even someone like Jamal Bowman, who is one of the squad, who has been incredibly critical of Israel, is getting pummeled right now. And the reason for why he's getting pummeled is specifically because of Israel. Because of his criticisms of Israel, AIPAC wants to make an example out of him. If you act like you care about AOC's sentiment, then you should reshift your effort towards something infinitely more important. Okay? AOC is far from perfect. This is one of those moments where she is openly getting invested in the anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism narrative. Okay? This is incorrect. Having said that, however, I also have the capacity to view all of the other things she said about Israel and about Palestine and match that against the broader statements expressed by everyone else in American Congress. Okay? This is precisely the reason why, just like with Bernie Sanders, I'm sad sometimes and I'm disappointed with Bernie Sanders' sentiment, which, by the way, AOC goes above and beyond Bernie Sanders, for the record, on these issues. Okay? You guys have to understand that regardless of my criticisms, how many years has AOC been in office and she hasn't realized she can't be everything to everybody? I'm sorry, this just comes across as smug. I'm tired of how uninformed this woman is, and yet she still insists on going around all the time making assertions about global south and feigning ignorance when pressed on details enough. I think ultimately, AOC is not like secretly a fucking diehard Maoist or anything like that. I think she is at most a social democrat. Okay? A social democrat politician. And therefore, your expectations should match that. Your expectations from AOC should match that. Okay? There is going to be some chauvinistic takes that you hear from her. But ultimately, she is a cut above the rest of the American Congress. So for that reason, unless there's something like that I consider to be completely unimaginably fucking wrong, I am going to manage my criticisms with the expectations that I have. She's posturing like this to appeal to Democratic leadership. She gets clowned on. You're making this a bigger deal than it is. No one's saying she should be voted out tomorrow. Been saying she's Nancy. I love that people are going, okay, the reason why I'm saying the things I'm saying is because half the chat is like, no one's asking her to be a super radical Maoist, Hassan. We're asking her not to do anything harmful. That's dangerous. I agree with you. Except there are people in the chat that are literally also saying, do you think AOC has an AIPAC contact/handler? Been saying she's Nancy Pelosi 2.0. Okay? So no, I'm responding to all of the criticisms that are, and people saying that I'm defending her like motherfucking people defend Brandon. Like the comparison to John Fetterman or Joseph Robinette Brandon is so insane because there are two different types of leftists. People who are like completely checked out of the electoral process coming in here and being like, see, I told you can't trust politicians. And I already don't. Okay. And people being like, your criticism is not sufficient versus people who are going above and beyond and being crazy. Okay. You have to, no matter what happens, weigh. If you're interested in criticizing politicians beyond, or criticizing politicians that are ostensibly on your side, right, on a lot of these issues, then you have to criticize them with the appropriate metrics. What? Why are you so afraid to call these outside groups what they actually are? You're doing the same thing to AOC, attempting to please everyone while not acknowledging that some people will evade the top of the hour ad break no matter what. Oh my God, that's 2 in a row now. That's 2 in a fucking row. God damn it. At the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is fucking subscribe. Frank Ocean is back. Frank Ocean, by the way, famously also used to follow me and then unfollowed me after I said King Jezza when he posted about Jeremy Corbyn. But, you know, since then he's back on the good train, I guess. That's the only thing I've ever fucking sent him in DMs. That's a huge L. Whatever, dude. He's fucking make music again. How about that? But it's fine. He's cool again. 2 in a row, dude. I got cooked today. I'm getting cooked today. I gotta get back. I gotta lock in, dude. I gotta fucking lock in, dude. God damn it. Here's the 3-minute ad break now. Oh no, I didn't say King Jezza. I said King shit. And he saw it and then he unfollowed me. Left on scene. Why did you say that? Why did I say that? Because he posted Jeremy Corbyn. I'm gonna follow him. Watching the new Just Trish, you blew it. They're Team Austin and Cutie now. Okay. Rashida Tlaib has been miles better than AOC on both this issue and pushing back on Biden and his immigration policy. Instead of defending AOC and lowering our expectations, why can't we hold up Rashida as the standard and follow in her footsteps? If you think I don't do that, I don't know what to tell you. That's why I said use your energy wisely and go defend Jamal Bowman when he's getting fucking clobbered by AIPAC. Millions of dollars being posted into his fucking primaries. If your expectations, if you're someone who cares about electing progressive Democrats, instead of fucking yelling about a progressive Democrat endlessly and comparing her to fucking John Fetterman or some shit because she said something objectively wrong, okay, and conflated anti-Semitism with anti-Zionism, go fucking yell at, go defend Jamal Bowman, start smiling and dialing, start fucking knocking on doors if you live in his district, okay? Rashida Tlaib is also not looking to come out on live stream, though. So, no, Rashida Tlaib is awesome. And so is Ilhan Omar. I love them. Are you kidding me? And Cori Bush, too. The fuck are you guys talking about? These are people that I hold up and promote on a regular basis. I never fucking, I never defend politicians. I never promote politicians. There are certain politicians I do support and defend in times of need, I guess. Jamal Bowman being one of them. I've also said that I have criticisms of Jamal Bowman, but it doesn't matter. AOC is still important as a starting point for radicalization, even if she has shit takes. I literally started knowing you because of the OG Among Us stream. Yeah. I don't promote politicians. Also, Hassan. Okay, Jank is the only politician I promote. Damn, your Discord hates you, lol. Yes, because the more isolated any community is, the more aggro they're going to be. Okay, that's it. And people don't immediately, no matter how much of a fan someone is of me, they're still going to probably turn around and assume that there's some other cynical purpose as to why I'm making this commentary. Oh, it must be because Hassan has AOC on stream, so he wants to have AOC on stream again, so he's not going super hard. It can't just be like what I'm saying. You know what I mean? The words that are coming out of my fucking mouth are not enough. I'm literally saying this is worthy of criticism. And yet, you should probably still keep your energy saved for people who are infinitely worse, which is the broadest majority of politicians. This is the reason why I turned the other way when Bernie Sanders talks about how October 7 was the first shot that started the fucking, started the war or whatever. Okay? If you weren't the streamer, you would get banned from Hoscore for your takes. Once again, you think that being banned from a fucking Discord is like some form of like political suppression because you have horse blinders on. Guess what, dude? If I wasn't a streamer, I would never go on Hoscord. Why the fuck would I be on Discord, dumbass? Fuck. Okay. Did you already show this? Reports that Jamal Bowman told the DSA that he opposed Iron Dome funding and will soon come out and support a BDS. My fucking goat. Anyway, we'll talk about the AOC thread that you guys wanted me to cover, which is apparently she had like two people that are openly Zionist talking about anti-Semitism. Thread on AOC's disastrous live stream yesterday on anti-Semitism. The live stream begins with AOC introducing Stacey Burdett and Amy Spitalnik, both Zionists, as foremost experts on anti-Semitism, setting the stage for them to define anti-Semitism for everyone. Also notice how AOC hedges to say Israeli government, not Israel, and uses qualifying words as inherently and necessarily. What?
Doing this. In a minute, we're going to be hearing from two of the foremost experts from two of some of the most foremost experts in the country in fighting anti-Semitism in America. And before we get to that panel, though, I want to talk a little bit about why we're doing this, and most importantly, why we're doing it now. Anti-Semitism, hate, and violence against Jews because of their identity is real, and it is dangerous. It is also important to say here in this moment and during that conversation that criticism of the Israeli government is not inherently anti-Semitic, and criticism of Zionism is not automatically anti-Semitic.
Okay. Wait. Okay. What is the fucking...
Also important to say
what's wrong with
in this moment and during that conversation that criticism of the Israeli government is not inherently anti-Semitic, and criticism of Zionism is not automatically anti-Semitic.
Let's continue. I'm sure it gets worse. There's no way that this is the major criticism that people have.
That being true does not mean that we should not recognize when criticism and when that criticism crosses a line into real harms against our Jewish community.
Okay. AOC introduces Amy Spitalnik, who's the CEO of GCPA, a lobbying group. More about that later, to talk about supposed anti-Semitism. So first and foremost, okay, to talk about supposed anti-Semitism on the left, Amy says that anti-Semitism on the left is more painful than Charlottesville, that since 10/7 there's been a lot of anti-Semitism in progressive spaces. So this right here is infinitely worse than this. I don't know why Scarlet Red, who's a chatter and also a prolific tweeter, didn't start off with this, because this shit is fucking nutty, okay? Her statements here, however, as the starting point, are not. Okay, this right here, this entire 59-second clip is not bad at all. It's good. It's very good. Okay, she starts off the conversation perfectly fine. That since 10/7, there's been a lot of anti-Semitism in progressive spaces. List of things she says are anti-Semitic while AOC nods along. Celebration of 10/7, embrace of Hamas, chanting for another 10/7, calling for Israel to be wiped off the face of the earth, targeting Jewish institutions, Zionist institutions, exclusion of Zionists from events, BDS banning Hillel on campus. BDS is not anti-Semitic, but beyond that, plenty of these things can be fucking absolutely anti-Semitic. What the fuck are we talking about? Let me go through it. I want to see what she says. Okay, some of these things are not like the others. Okay, come on, guys. I think the indecent part about this is to say BDS is anti-Semitic alongside like calling for Israel to be wiped off the face of the earth. Okay.
Stand-ins for Jews, and it's used ultimately to target not just Jews, but so many
globalists
or cabals as stand-ins for Jews. And it's used ultimately to target not just Jews, but so many other communities to advance dehumanizing policies and to ultimately undercut our democracy, as we'll talk about. What's harder for us as progressives to recognize or understand is when anti-Semitism shows up and is normalized in our own spaces. And I want to be frank here. There is very real anti-Semitism that isn't.
Here's how I would have run this. I would have never fucking invited someone who is even remotely Zionist to a conversation like this. And I would 1000% have the person that would speak on this be someone like a JVP person. You know what I mean? That's it. There are a million anti-Zionist Jews in this fucking country, especially in her district, especially in New York, okay? Anti-Zionist Jews are way more prominent in New York than they are in fucking Los Angeles. And there are plenty of anti-Zionist Jews in Los Angeles as well. But like, why wouldn't you bring up a Jewish Voice for Peace person to speak on these issues who will absolutely fucking cover this with the nuance that it deserves and will not make blanket statements utilizing, the very real way in which people will sometimes absolutely mask criticisms of Israel with actual anti-Semitic sentiment. Okay? That's the real problem here. The real problem here is just simply not having a person, even if it's not JVP, then if not now, exactly. But no, I don't think JVP is too radical for this. I think JVP is perfect for this. Okay? But If Not Now is another group that is less radical than JVP and still would be better. But if your expectation is that, like, now that she has this person on as the formative expert on anti-Semitism, that she's going to fucking start dunking on her, you're out of your mind.
Is in fact showing up in progressive spaces right now, and it's deeply painful and hurtful to Jews. As has been said, criticism of Israel, Israeli policies, and its government, it's not inherently anti-Semitic. And the majority of people, students, and others showing up to protest are there to speak out for Palestinian rights, not because they intend to be anti-Semitic. But we've seen the line into direct harm against Jews repeatedly crossed in recent months. And over the last 8 months, in certain ways, for me, it's been almost more personally painful to see what's happening in my own progressive community than, for example, what I saw in Charlottesville, because it's happening in my own community.
Yeah, she's not saying it's worse than Charlottesville, okay? She's not. She's saying that it hurts more to see people that she sees as allies say things that she considers anti-Semitic. Now, obviously, that's wrong. That's still wrong, because the things that she considers to be anti-Semitic, which she will explain in a second, are either cynically or hysterically being attributed to anti-Semitism, when some of the things that she's going to mention, as long as that tweet is true, are not anti-Semitic inherently.
We're seeing this manifest in a number of ways. Some of the obvious ways, or I hope obvious ways: celebration or denial of the October 7th attack, which, as I said, was the deadliest day for the Jewish people since the Holocaust. Celebration or embrace of Hamas as a terrorist organization, labeling their actions creative resistance, chanting things like, "We want another October 7th." Eliminationist rhetoric, calling for Israel or Israelis or Jews to be wiped off the face of the earth. Targeting Jews or Jewish institutions here for the actions of the Israeli government. My own synagogue was targeted in the fall.
Okay, none of the things that she mentioned so far is incorrect, for the record. Straight up. Targeting Jewish institutions, specifically because they're Jewish, is anti-Semitic. There was literally a fucking Yiddish learning center or whatever. There was a Yiddish learning center or whatever that was like fucking painted up and shit. They're not wrong. They just didn't happen. No, you are wrong. They do happen. What are you talking about? I need someone to understand something here, okay? Real anti-Semitic acts occur in times of Israel's offensive campaigns in the West. It happens and it increases. The reason why I criticize the ADL isn't just because they cynically weaponize and dilute real anti-Semitism with anti-Zionism. It's also because they're supposed to be the people that are actually combating anti-Semitism, but because their major goal is to defend the apartheid, they end up weaponizing anti-Zionism and claiming anti-Zionism as anti-Semitic across the board. However, that doesn't change the reality that there are fucking anti-Semitic incidents that occur in times of Israel's offensive campaigns. This is real. I've mentioned this a million times over. I didn't hear the example you gave. Who did it? I don't know. We don't know who did it. But there are an infinite number of fucking Jewish places that get targeted when Israel starts doing Israel shit in Gaza. This is true. Real anti-Semitism does grow in times of Israel's offensive campaigns because Israel presents itself as the Jewish state. Israel claims that their violent actions are inherently being done at the behest of Judaism. This creates a lot of anti-Semitism. This is why we say anti-Zionism is not anti-Semitism, and that Israel's and Zionists who marry Judaism with the actions of Israel are actually inherently anti-Semitic and causing for more people to be anti-Semitic in the Western world. Why do you think anti-Zionist Jews routinely say Israel's actions make us less safe in the West? Okay? And no, it's not just people who are fucking Nazis doing this. No, you're wrong. I've also talked about the complicated nature of anti-Semitism before. There are plenty of people who are not fucking dyed-in-the-wool Nazis who do develop anti-Semitic opinions. Why? Because that's all they see on television. Why? Like, it's perfectly understandable how this kind of anti-Israel sentiment can so quickly turn into anti-Semitism when Israel is demonstrably doing shit that garners, while also simultaneously claiming that they're doing this for Judaism, garners this kind of negative reaction. Israel is negatively polarizing people against Jewish people, 100%. Do you think that these sentiments are do you think that I express this as like a way to fucking cover my ass? Or do you think I genuinely hold these opinions? That's the real question. You have to recognize this. Which one is currently at its worst right now? Anti-Semitism or Zionism? This is a ridiculous fucking question. Why are we pairing up two different, like, why are we pairing up two different fucking potentially fascist opinions and trying to figure out which level of fascism is worse than the other? What the fuck? That's so insane. Are you saying that, like, oh, well, they're not killing as many, anti-Semites aren't killing Jews at the same fucking clip that, like, Zionists are defending the death and destruction of Palestinians? So one is worse than the other right now? Like, is that what you're saying? Because that's a psychotic fucking, that's a psychotic assumption. Like, what the fuck are we doing? What kind of conversation are we having here? If you think that that is the conversation we should be having, you're fucking lost in the sauce. Calling for Israel to be wiped off the face of the earth is a really fine line, to be fair. If you hear someone say that, you kind of have to press them to determine if they mean apartheid ethnocide or like nuking the whole land and its people. You could argue Rhodesia was wiped off the face of the earth, for example, but the phrase itself is pretty aggro. Yeah, I understand that. And I do think that she is specifically dancing over that line in a way to say, like, oh, people want the end of Israel. People want Israel to end. And when they say that, they mean they want to kill all the Jews. That's not what people mean when they say that, but it doesn't fucking matter. She's specifically tailoring this in a way that is on that fucking line. But that does not mean that anti-Semitism isn't a real bigotry. That does not mean that anti-Semitism isn't on the fucking rise. Real anti-Semitism, not the fucking bullshit, not the cynical weaponization of anti-Semitism that the Apartheid Defense League routinely fucking applies. Okay? Now, the notion that it's like diehard leftists that are fucking attacking synagogues, the insinuation that, like, you know, DSA types are like fucking tagging synagogues is psychotic and wrong. And I think that she is obviously the CEO of the Jewish Council for Public Affairs. Like, she is a lobbyist that is very good at her fucking job. So it is, like I said, a moot point having her on to talk about this instead of someone who is both from a Jewish background and also going to talk about this with the nuance that it deserves is already an L, okay? That's why I said the starting point of this is just fucking completely busted. And AOC is not going to do a great job because the optics would fry her in this situation. What is she supposed to debate this person? No, this should have never happened to begin with. Like, that's my point. So even if she starts off by saying, like, anti-Zionism is not anti-Semitism, the fact that she brought a person that is going to, you know, teeter on the edges of saying, well, you know, anti-Zionism might not inherently be anti-Semitism, but in many cases is bad. Okay? It's ironic, though, because this is like probably a live stream that she's doing specifically to tell the Democratic Party, like, see, I did what you wanted me to do. And then it's getting a shit ton more play on Twitter in leftist circles, way more than, and has completely escaped the actual target audience for what this live stream was for, and is causing people to fucking freak out. Like, a live stream viewed by like 300 total people is now being blasted. Any anti-Semitic attack could never come from a progressive space. No. Technically, you cannot be progressive if you are anti-Semitic. So yes, the person doing so would not be a progressive person. It goes against progressive principles. Having said that, however, this does not mean that someone who isn't like a member of this community, who's like constantly fucking in tune with like the latest and greatest and what's happening in the world of anti-Semitism and whatnot, like normal people who otherwise consider themselves to be progressive could get swept away with anti-Semitic fucking tendencies. That's all I'm saying. Why am I saying this? Because normally, otherwise progressive people can sometimes find themselves trapped with transphobic opinions. It goes back to the same thing that I was mentioning, which is that We are a byproduct of all of the social conditioning that we see. We respond to stimuli. That's how human beings are. So when you're seeing Israel behaving this way and wrapping their genocidal ambition with the Star of David and masquerading as defenders of Judaism, normal people who otherwise are progressive could absolutely get swept away with anti-Semitic tendencies. Those people can be talked down and easily met at their level, and you can explain to them why their sentiment is wrong. I do it on a daily fucking basis. There's people in here that say some shit from time to time, and as long as they are charitable and genuine in their question that they're asking, I will, try to explain to them that what they're saying is anti-Semitic. But you have to recognize that. You have to understand where this kind of sentiment comes from. Okay? Most of the interview was good and informative, but certain parts were very manipulative and bad. They claim that most anti-Zionism and BDS is anti-Semitic at some points. The problem is these two women are not only Zionists, but one is the CEO of a Zionist lobbying group, which lobbied against BDS, and the other is the former VP of government relations for the ADL. Yeah, exactly. These are not people that you should ever have to discuss such a thing if you're a progressive lawmaker. Okay? It's not. Because who's saying it matters in this situation? You could literally have an anti-Zionist Jew say similar things, and it would be framed entirely differently, and it would offer the dignity of the conversation that it deserves, the complexity. Because while the apartheid is not complex, obviously, in the Western world, the way we analyze, the way we look at anti-Zionism is always going to be complex. The way we look at, the way we cover not just Israel's actions, but specifically anti-Zionism and anti-Semitism is going to be complex. You have to recognize that there is more nuance to the situation. It's not as black and white. And it also is the reason why I don't engage in black and white thinking when it comes to this sort of situation is specifically because I believe that people can be talked down from certain positions. People can be misguided into thinking anti-Semitic things, for example. This does not mean that they are across the board a bad person, and they can actually change their mind on certain things, especially on this issue, especially if they're otherwise progressive people. Okay?
And I particularly want to take a minute to unpack one major way this is manifesting, because the term Zionist and Zionism is so deeply confusing and so often gets muddied in the public conversation. No two Jewish Americans have the same relationship with Israel. Some have no relationship, but the vast majority of Jewish Americans, about 90% according to recent polls, do have a relationship with Israel, do believe that Israel should exist, that Jews should have a homeland and a place that is deeply tied with our history.
There it is.
People, even if we fundamentally disagree with the Israeli government and its policies. And so to me, and the vast majority of
There it is. Okay, so yeah, every time you fucking criticize Zionists, you're criticizing all Jews. Yeah, you are literally, this person, Amy Spitalnik, is literally doing the thing that I was just talking about, which is how Zionists breed anti-Semitic fucking opinions in the Western world. That is inherently an unimaginable harmful thing. You are willingly associating 90% of Jews with the actions of the state of Israel. Normal people that watch that are going to go, what the fuck? Especially if you have never encountered a Jewish person and only know Jewish people from television, okay? And many people in America have not, okay? Because not everyone in America lives in New York or Los Angeles. So obviously, when you have never fucking encountered a Jewish person, you've never met an anti-Zionist Jewish person, for example, you're going to hear that and go, well, okay, this person literally has Jewish in the name of the fucking lobbying group that she is the CEO of. She has to be the foremost authority. She's saying 90% of Jews love Israel and associate with Israel and associate with Zionism, which is wrong inherently. Never met a Jewish person? Dog, it ain't a rare Pokemon. Bro, your name is Ohio Riz Sigma, okay? Do you understand? There are 15 million Jews on the planet total. What the fuck are you talking about? There are so many fucking places, including in Ohio, where there are hella people who have never encountered a Jewish person in the wild, okay? This goes for any matter of bigoted opinions. There are people who don't encounter black people in the fucking wild. Okay, what the fuck are we talking about in the United States of America? Just generally, if this is supposed to reach and educate people who call themselves anti-Zionist, having an anti-Zionist Jew on is more effective just to disarm people's defenses to this actually important topic. If the purpose of this is to appeal to the Democratic Party or more pro-Israel parts of her constituency, then in general, this was the thing to do. Exactly. That's why she most likely did it.
American Jews, that's what Zionism is, despite how muddied the word has gotten in the public conversation.
Like, she's literally saying, oh, having any association with Israel is Zionism. Like, if you have fucking family members in Israel, that's Zionism. You're a Zionist. That's fucking ridiculous, dude. You are, this, in my mind, this is unironically no different than like a Muslim person in the Western world being like, this defends Islam and it's in the name and it's a good thing. And if you are shitting on ISIS, then you are Islamophobic. It is fucking ridiculous. Okay? She's not saying that. No, she's literally, some of you are puritanical lunatics. Is she wrong? Most Jews in the U.S. believe Israel should exist. That's not incorrect. Let the woman talk, for fuck's sake. The word has gotten muddy. She's not saying that. That's absurdly uncharitable, Hassan. Dude, come on. Come on. She is a PR person for Zionism in Israel. Like, it's not. She's very clearly using real existing anti-Semitism in an argument to make it seem like Zionism, in the most like charitable terms, she's trying to still conflate Zionism with anti-Zionism with anti-Semitism.
It's a belief that there should be a Jewish homeland. And for me, that goes hand in hand with Palestinian self-determination, two states side by side. And so not all anti-Zionism is inherently anti-Semitic, but a litmus test for Jews, 90% of whom have a relationship with Israel, that says you have to leave that relationship at the door if you want to come into these coalitions, that is.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay. Hey guys, I'm sorry, but if you want to come into progressive spaces and you literally fucking defend Rhodesia, you're not a progressive. Okay. If you want to come into progressive spaces and all of these people think that like America's war on terror was actually awesome, then you're not a progressive. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? Hey, I'm sorry. I'm doing a bodies in spaces. I need to come to the PSL meeting, but I also think that America's actions globally have been good. I need to come into this fucking progressive space, but also simultaneously, I'm defending the apartheid regime of South Africa. I have a connection to it. Sorry, I have a connection to apartheid South Africa. Sorry, it's really fucked up and anti-South African of you. It's anti-white behavior. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous assessment to make. Anyway, she's whitewashing Zionism. You can either have a democracy or a theocracy. You can't have both. What the hell does a relationship with Israel mean? That's a great question. That is an intentionally vague way to fucking muddy the waters when you are trying to engage in defense of Zionism. That's what I'm frustrated with, because a relationship with Israel can mean any number of things. I have a relationship with Israel. I have had Israeli chatters on. I've had Israeli Knesset members on. I have a relationship with Israel. Does that mean I'm pro-Israel or a Zionist? No. It's ridiculous. It is a completely fucking ridiculous and very intentionally vague way to try to say like, well, 90% of Jews have a relationship with Israel. Okay. What matters is what percentage of Jews under the age of 35, for example, think that Israel's actions are bad? What percentage of Jews under the age of 35, for example, think that there should be a ceasefire? I have a relationship with Israel. I lived there. Speak Hebrew not well, and I'm anti-Zionist. Exactly. It is ultimately taking advantage of the complexities of the situation. There are fucking anti-Zionist Jews in Israel. Many of them are in the chat right now. All 7 of them. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, it's so fucking weird. In this context, I think it's pretty clearly means has been to Israel or knows people who live in Israel, whether family or friends, which, yeah, I can see 90% of Jews falling in this category. Doesn't mean you support it politically. Exactly. That's why I'm saying it's like very fucking, intentionally vague and being used as a way to defend Zionism. Yeah. Also, technically, 100% of tax-paying Americans have a relationship with Israel. I'm the #1 defender of Israel in this chat with the amount of fucking taxes that I pay, technically.
And we see it in calls to ban or boycott Zionists, like these lists of Jewish authors or artists that are making the round. We're seeing it during Pride Month, where in certain spaces, Jews have been told.
Yeah, no, I think saying Zionist out of pride is perfectly fucking valid. What the fuck do you mean? And also beyond that, saying that like certain artists are Zionists and that you want to boycott them. Yeah, what the fuck? No, that's bullshit. She played fast and loose there, and when Zionist means Jew. Look, there's a genuine complicated discussion to have in Jewish communities about the basic nature of authentic modes of Jewish existence in Zionism. This conflict in Jewish identity between the idea of existence in constant exile versus existence in a national land-related context. That might not be inherently Zionist. I struggle with this too. This shit is super complicated, and it sucks. She's cynically using it to malicious purposes here. Yeah. No, I that's what I'm saying. I think that like a lot of these institutions unironically take advantage of the complexity of Jewish identity and then simultaneously fucking use it as a forward, as a shield, as a defense mechanism. And that actually, that pairing of Zionism and Judaism unironically creates more resentment towards Jews, which is anti-Semitism. It's really not that complicated. I think right-wingers just make people see that way. No, it's complicated in the sense that like, no, of course it's complicated. The history of Judaism makes it complicated. That's why it's a unique that's why it's a unique devil to tackle. Okay, it's not as black and white as other forms of racism. It's not as black and white as other forms of it's not as black and white as other forms of bigotry, for sure, because Jewish history does make it complicated. Jewish history being partnered with the justification for the state of Israel being an ethno-state makes it complicated. It is very cynical, and it's fucked up, and it's gross, and it breeds anti-Semitism, but that doesn't change the reality that like the way that people analyze it and the way that people experience it doesn't mean that Hassan blaming Jews for people hating on Jews has got to be the funniest thing. See, this person is fucking absolutely brain broken. Hassan blaming Jews for people hating on Jews has got to be the funniest thing. Did I even for a second say that? No, I didn't. I didn't blame Jews for people hating on Jews. I blamed Israel. Okay? And it's not even just Israel either. Obviously, anti-Semitism has existed for a very long time. Okay? But you tried to make it black and white from the other direction. Obviously, your fucking idiotic sentiment is not going to work in here. This is not a space where you can get away with shit like that. I don't know a single Jew that does not support Israel, Hassan. And chat, you are delusional thinking there's actually big groups of Jews that are anti-Zionist. Yeah, dude, keep defending ISIS at the behest of Islam, dude. Yeah, it'll surely go in your favor. The fuck is this idiotic take? It's also pretty funny that you're coming in here when there's hella Jews in here that are anti-Zionist. So it's funny to come in here. It's like coming into a JVP meeting and being like, no, none of you are Jews. ISIS is not an elected government. Israel is. Yeah, that's not the fucking own that you think it is, big dog. Okay. Oh, they democratically are doing a genocide in an apartheid state, so it's fine. Is not actually going to be as good of a take, as fire of a take. Democracy in that sort is just simply another shield that you're trying to deploy. Okay. Oh, dude, that's sick, man. I'm glad that they are democratically doing an apartheid over there and democratically doing a genocide over there. That's fucking sick, dude. That certainly won't breed the extra resentment that we were just talking about. Honest question, why should I care if Jews want an ethno-state or not? I feel like this is never addressed. Yeah, well, the reason why I don't address it is because I don't think that Jews want an ethno-state. I don't think any group of people are a monolith, okay? No matter how hard an apartheid regime tries to present it as such. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, so if this guy made it seem like if ISIS voted for their leader, it would be fine, which is very cool. Yeah, you know who else was fucking democratically elected? The Nazi party. So I guess that was chill too. What a fucking ridiculous take. Shut the fuck up, dumbass.
They can't show up as their full Jewish selves. We're seeing it in calls to ban Jewish organizations like Hillels from campuses. Even this weekend, and it's one of its most horrific forms, chants like we saw in DC of, quote, kill another Zionist. Frankly, we saw it in some of the responses to this event. The people who are calling me and Stacy, Zionist scum, not a human, evil and shouldn't live, simply because we're here to have a conversation about anti-Semitism. And so when we use the
How do you counter people who say anti-Zionist Jews and pro-Palestine protesters are being tokenized? I've heard people say it's only like 10% of Jewish people they're being tokenized like black conservatives like Candace Owens. Yeah, it's fucking gross and it's disgusting. Okay? For a multitude of different reasons. One, it's not just 10%. And two, it doesn't matter because Candace Owens is defending white supremacy. Okay? A reactionary ideology. Jews who are on the right side of history in terms of Israel's apartheid being considered tokens is ridiculous, especially because if history does have a slant towards progress, everyone else will, remember their actions very differently in this time and what they said what they said now, 20 years down the line. Just poking my head in to tell you, I still think you are washed up. That's all. Thanks. Okay. What? While children in the ancient markets of an ever-changing Jerusalem, where the whispers of history intertwine with the vibrant hum of today, Jewish artisans craft tales from a shimmering threads of tradition and innovation, their hands weaving stories that stretch from the Torah to the edges of modernity, while promising a coherence that hovers just beyond immediate grasp as the essence of Jewish life dances perpetually on the brink of revelation, always one mitzvah away from a deeper understanding. What? Jewish artisans craft tales from the shimmering... What? You win a viewer back. I will take the L. Good on you. Okay, I'm sorry. What? I just think you're in a deep echo chamber, brother. Just watching LFS clips and you're just so lost. You're like one of the biggest haters out there, dude. Are you all right? I think this is the guy who we had a conversation about. We had a conversation with a while back that was like, you know what? I'm in a mood today. I started disliking you before I started watching him. Don't really watch him anymore. You're comparable to Ben Shapiro, who actually at the end, you helped mold my political views across the years, and I'll give you some credit. It is hard to find a list of shit we don't agree on. I got caught up in your assholeness, which I'm very guilty of. I think he just likes the attention. He's back. I think he just like, it's me trying to stunlock your ass again. Yeah, he's just fucking, I thought he was going to actually have a decent take, but nah, he's just bored.
This term Zionist as a pejorative, when we use it.
Yeah, my dad sent me this article which calls Theodore Marone, the Holocaust labor camp survivor who was on the IC panel to recommend arrest, a token Jew. So yeah, fuck tokenism argument at that point. Yeah, it is pretty insane, dude. So, it's like saying white people that stood side by side with black people during the civil rights protests where they were in the minority were being tokenized. Okay. Yeah. Sucks to suck. Okay. They were on the right side of history, and many people will turn around and fucking claim that they were on the right side of history. That's it. 33% of American Jews think Israel's doing a genocide. That's 1/3 of American Jews agree Israel committed genocide in Gaza. Over 51% of American Jews support Biden's decision to withhold arms shipments to Israel, survey finds. That is fucking nutty, dude. I've said this before. Fuck you, Hasanabi. If someone kidnapped any of my family members, I would gladly kill 1,000 people to have them return with absolutely no regret. You are a disgusting human being. Bro, how many of your family members would you kill, though? Because Israel has killed so many hostages, you dumb fuck. You are such a stupid... You are so stupid. I mean, not only are you wrong, that's insane. Killing 1,000 random people and including some of your members of your fucking... family is ridiculous. Yeah, Israel rescued 4 hostages and apparently possibly killed 3. So how is that random? I would kill 1,000 of the hostage takers. They're not the hostage takers, you fucking idiot. That's the whole point. You think every Palestinian, including the Palestinian babies, including the Palestinian women, are fucking hostage takers. You're a dumbass. And also, if you have that level of smoke, let me ask you this, okay? Let me seriously ask you this. What would you do if a bunch of people at gunpoint forced you into a fucking prison, moved you away from your homes, raped and killed your fucking ancestors, okay? And then relegated you to second-class citizenship for 75 fucking years? What would you do? Would you have that same smoke? And I think you would have that same level of smoke. This is precisely the reason why so many fucking like prominent Israeli politicians, leaders of Shin Bet, have openly stated that they would, of course, given the opportunity, if they were born on the other side of the fucking fence, they absolutely would join any number of different terrorist groups. Okay? Tell chatter that many of the residents of border communities disagree with them. Exactly. There were hella people in the Gaza envelope that live in the fucking kibbutzim that immediately after October 7, on October 8, were talking about the war and against revenge and calling for a political solution. It's so fucking funny that people take this like aggro ass stance when there's like people that were fresh off of like watching their fucking family members get killed, turning around and being like, this is ridiculous. We have to put an end to this fucking bloodshed. I don't see this as anything other than you would do a million October 7s. Think about how many fucking Palestinians are unjustly in permanent administrative detention, in occupied territory, in the West Bank. People who are in their 20s are avenging ancestors who died before they were born. That's completely different from living relatives that need avenging. Wait, what? Bro, I think at a certain point you have to recognize that like damn near the entirety of the Palestinian resistance is comprised of people who have been orphaned by Israel. What the fuck are you talking about? It's not just their ancestors, dumbass. It's an ongoing thing. I don't know if you realize that the apartheid is still happening. Okay? I just gave you an example. I gave you an example of how the apartheid works, and you conveniently ignored that. Imagine saying like 75 years of fucking brutal occupation and apartheid is just like, it's actually ancient history. How is that fucking ancient when you're still living in it, dumbass? No need to think. 3,600 are in administrative detention now and 800 in prison without a trial as illegal combatants. Also, chatter, 53.5% of Gaza children had PTSD before the war. Exactly. When I say ancestors, I don't mean 3,000 years ago, okay? Which is ironic because that is the literal argument for many Zionists. You have no leg to stand on, chatter. You got a fucking response to this or what? I'm here, man. I have arrived. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to this guy, Figgy 20,000. Aren't 50% of the population under 18? You're claiming that Israel has killed more than 2 million people in the last 18 years. You're just wrong about... Wait, what? Unless you're claiming that Israel's killed more than 2 million people in the last 18 years, you're just wrong about all of them being orphans? Do you think the entirety of the Palestinian resistance is actually 2 million people in Gaza and that every single person has one child? How do you think math works? Okay? If we're talking about just the Al-Qassam brigades, okay? And it's not just Gaza for the record. It's also orphans from motherfucking, other areas where Palestinian refugees live as well. Do you think that this works in like as in every single person has only one parent and that parent was killed? Is that how this works? Or do you think that Palestinian resistance, specifically if we're talking about like Al-Qassam, for example, is comprised of what? 10,000, 20,000 people, many of which might be fucking brothers from the same parent, having one parent fucking killed or both parents killed? Do you think that that's that crazy? You told me if someone kidnapped any of your family members, you'd gladly kill 1,000 people to have them return. There are more than 3,000 Palestinians in administrative detention, which is unjustifiable, illegal, in occupied territory. Okay? So how many Israelis do you kill in that regard then? Or how many Israelis do you kidnap in that situation? There's a massive difference between avenging a living relative and trying to justify the October raid avenging no one. I didn't do it. You did. I didn't do that. You did. Except you did it with defending Israel. But when the roles are reversed, because you don't personally think Palestinians are human beings, you have no way of understanding that like what you are saying is a justification for October 7th. I never defended it. I never justified it. You did. You did that. You're the one making excuses for the October 7th killings. Then one really living relative that they rescued on October 7th. Wait, brother, you are literally failing to comprehend. This is a justification for October 7. What you're doing here is a justification for October 7. Okay? This right here. If someone kidnapped any of my family members, I would gladly kill 1,000 people to have them return with absolutely no regret. You are a disgusting human being. Okay? You're doing that. I didn't do that. You did that. Will the chatter get it? No, he will not. He doesn't understand that that goes both ways, but because he thinks that it's totally valid to do that to Palestinian people, or because he's oblivious to the ways in which the Israeli apartheid works, he doesn't fucking understand it. I'm really waiting for when you're going to tell me when Palestine rescued anyone on October 7th. Rescued anyone on October 7th. There was a hostage swap negotiation put in front of the Israeli government on like October 10th. Okay? What do you think that was about? What do you think a hostage swap is? Also, they rescued a ton of Palestinians from Israeli prisons when the ceasefire agreement was implemented for 7 days, and there was hundreds of Palestinians that were released from Israeli prisons. So technically, they did release a shit ton of Palestinians actually from prison. They did a hostage swap. Did you forget? So what happened there? Way more hostages, way more Israeli hostages were released in times of peace and negotiation and the limited ceasefire that took place for 7 days. And Israel has killed more hostages than it has extracted. So what does that say about the violent means in which Israel tries to tackle this situation? It was this kind of sentiment from insane people like this, my grandfather, that made me first question Israel. Are you used to claiming that Israel is executing the prisoners? What do you think that happens to the hostages that stay in Gaza? Am I claiming that Israel is executing prisoners? No, I'm telling you that Israel is killing Israeli hostages by indiscriminately bombing every aspect of Gaza. I'm telling you that. Do you want to know why I'm telling you that? Because I listen to the fucking hostages that actually come back to Israel. And the thing that they almost always say is that they're more afraid of Israeli planes for understandable reasons than anything else. Israel also directly shot and killed 3 hostages point blank. Like, didn't just very publicly, Israel didn't just like kill a shit ton of hostages by indiscriminately bombing places where those hostages were. They also directly shot and killed 3 hostages, one of which was straight up fucking crying in Hebrew with a white flag saying, please don't kill me. I'm Israeli. I'm one of the good guys. They straight up shot 3 hostages point blank. So yeah, maybe you should, I don't know, do a little bit of fucking reading, dumbass. But once again, you are absolutely reaffirming the exact thing that I have mentioned time and time again. Zionists do not care about Israeli Jews. Zionists do not care about the safety and security of Jews even in Israel, let alone Jews in the Western world. It's all about death and destruction. Zionism is a fascist ideology. It is a supremacist ideology. It is one that justifies death and destruction. Golda Meir quote rings true. It's another case of projection. Israel will never be safe until Israelis, Zionists, learn to love their children more than they hate Palestinians. Okay? You have done nothing to change my mind that no amount of death toll under 1,000 will change my mind on the cost to save a hostage I will certainly be killing otherwise, and make excuses for October 7th doesn't change that. Yeah, I can't change your mind because there's nothing in there, dumbass. You are not listening to the things that I'm saying. Like, this is not a good thing, okay? You learned a couple things, though. You learned that Israel did shoot hostages point blank. Israeli hostages point blank. So, you know, I've shown you that one, the only method of successful hostage extraction is through peace. I told you that Israel killed 3 hostages in the process of saving 4, and many others in the process of indiscriminately bombing all matter of Palestinian existence in Gaza. Told you that Israel directly shot Israeli Jewish hostages in Gaza, point blank, and that the most successful method of getting hostages out safely is through a ceasefire agreement, which Israel refuses to even deal with. So much so that even now we're having a conversation about how this is all Israel's own personal ceasefire negotiation supposedly is not being considered by Israel itself. I wonder why. You look at all those new information, you look at all the facts there, and you still think that at the top of the hour there is no 3-minute ad break. Okay, well, I can't convince you. I can't change your mind. There is a 3-minute ad break at the top of the hour. Okay, there's a 3-minute ad break at the top of the hour no matter what. Unless you subscribe for $5 or for free with Twitch Prime. Anne, biraz lütfen, biraz bağırma. Rescued Israeli hostage. Our greatest fear was Israeli planes. Yok. Also, I mean, they literally are killing their prisoners. Like a week ago, the IDF launched an investigation into 48 detainees taken from Gaza, many completely unrelated to Hamas, who have died in detention facilities since October 7th, 36, which is in Sde Taiman. If you were correct, then of course I would be all for ceasefire. However, clearly the Israeli government doesn't agree. Wait, what? I am correct. The Israeli government doesn't agree because I am correct that the higher mode of authority here, the higher interest here, is to kill as many Palestinians as possible and to make Gaza a fucking living hell, which they've succeeded in. Anyway, here's the 3-minute ad break now, by the way. Israel's trying to push all citizens are Hamas. Yeah, we got to talk about the elephant in the room. Many Gazan civilians participated in the horrific events of October 7. It is also reported that Gazan civilians held Israeli hostages captive in their homes. The world must condemn this in the strongest terms. Yeah, this is a desperate attempt to be like, no, you don't understand. All Palestinians are Hamas, actually, which is what, you know, the Israeli government believes anyway. It's just not going to work. Anyway. Stable universities, several countries. When asked about support for Israel, the state after the protest, 33% said their support increased, 43% said it remained the same, 23% state solution. 60% of respondents considered a two-state solution as the best way to peace, with varying conditions related to demilitarization and recognition of Israel as a Jewish state. Negotiations for peace have been stalled since 2014. But isn't Anadolu and Erdogan propaganda media? All Turkish media is Erdogan propaganda media. It's like Al Jazeera being propaganda for the Qatar government. Doesn't matter. This is Western coverage. Anyway, let's get back to this guy.
To call for bans, boycotts, the elimination. It's ultimately calling for the vast majority of Jewish Americans to be banned or boycotted and eliminated. And that is effectively...
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, when I say BDS is good, I mean like, you know, kill all the American Jews. That's insane. It is pretty crazy. It is pretty crazy to fucking, to like have to deal with this level of hysteria, okay? Whether it's valid or not. If it's valid, it's hysterical. If it's cynical, then, you know, it's cynical.
A form of anti-Semitism, and what that does is ultimately divide Jews from the very coalitions, the very spaces we all need to be in right now.
And I think the point that you make too about the muddying.
Why is AOC just chilling? What the fuck is she supposed to do? Is she supposed to be like, you're out of your fucking mind? To the CEO of the Jewish Council of Public Affairs that she has on here to talk about fucking anti-Semitism being on the rise? No, this was already a shit job from the start. Okay.
Of this term and how so many people have
AOC M Ocasio-High.
They engage in different definitions of this.
No, I'm saying she should not have invited them. That's my overarching point.
Utilizing it in different ways, and that then creates an opening in a spectrum here.
Exactly.
Amy Spitali continues that exclusion of Zionists by progressive movements is anti-Semitic and dangerous to democracy. AOC does not push back and instead agrees. Yeah, that's ridiculous. But since she did, the least she could do is push back. You guys don't understand. The reason why she's having this fucking conversation is literally so that, you know, she could be like, no. See, I'm doing the right thing. Please don't yell at me and call me an anti-Semite and dump fucking, I don't know, millions of dollars into any number of different races. She should have never done this.
Damn, this guy's good.